Ireland has a unique problem. Over 35% of its greenhouse gas emissions come from the agricultural sector, and a majority of those emissions come from cows.
There are 7.3 million cows in Ireland, and unfortunately, they create a lot of waste.
Dairy farming is a pivotal part of Ireland's culture, history and economy, but the future of Irish farming is not so bright. The Irish government is targeting a 25% decrease in greenhouse gas emissions by 2030. That's a pretty tall order. If Ireland was to bring their greenhouse gas emissions to target right now, they would have to cull 1.3 million cattle. Luckily, a group of young Irish entrepreneurs think they might have found a rather unusual solution. Tom Campbell is the first Irish farmer to mine Bitcoin.
The amount of electricity Bitcoin requires is a contentious subject, but it's coming purely from renewable sources here. It does sound like an outlandish thing to turn grass into Bitcoin, but there is a way to do it.
Farmers are increasingly pressured by the Irish government to reduce emissions to reach the country's greenhouse gas emission goals. In some cases, these goals have driven farms to bankruptcy. For farmer Tom Campbell, Bitcoin mining was an interesting option to pay off investments he was obliged to make. He produces renewable energy on his farm using a special method called anaerobic digestion. Anaerobic digestion is a method where microorganisms break down biodegradable material to a point where it creates methane gas, which can be used to produce electricity. It's actually quite similar to a cow digesting grass and farting it out into the world, but instead that fart is captured and used to create electricity in a purely renewable way. On average, Tom's farm produces an electrical output of 500 kilowatts, but can scale up to 700 kilowatts. That's the equivalent of powering nearly 12,000 households. If 41% of Ireland's farms installed anaerobic digesters, they could produce enough electricity for every single home in Ireland, all by using environmentally friendly and renewable biogas.